Hello, boys and girls. We have another week of music lessons for you. Hopefully, this one is a little bit shorter to complete than our previous ones, but I just want to make it simple and fun for you. So, we are on Quaver and we are going to click login like normal. This is our login screen, and if you are one of the few students who has not made a Quaver account yet, you can actually create your account from this screen. All you have to do is click need a Quaver account and you will have to fill this out. You might need an adult's help, but I just want to show you that in case. You also need your code, which can be found on your music channel, or you can send me a message and I will help you. So if you already made your account, just type in your Quaver username and your password and click enter to get started. Then you might not see this screen when you sign in, but if you do, you're just going to click student. And then we have our assignments bubble, which is super important, or circle. So we click that to view our assignment, which most of us know how to do already. So if you have anything that needs to be done, it's going to be in red, which I have all of these that need to be done. But you can see this one is green, which means I already submitted my quiz and I don't have to worry about it because I completed it. So our lesson for this week has the date for Monday, 5/4, May 4th, and it is called ABA form. So let's go ahead and click that. We have our instructions here and we're going to click launch. So what we are learning about this week is going to help us to create our own song. So last week, a lot of us created some awesome rhythms and measures of rhythms, and you sent me those, and I love seeing it because it shows me that you're still practicing music, which is awesome. But we are going to use something called form to help us make a song. So form is super simple. It is just how we organize our music, how we put our rhythms together and our melodies together to make a song. So our most basic form is called binary form, binary, which means two. And if you look on our screen, you'll see we have an A and a B. So we have two letters. Our A section and our B section make up our binary form. And if you click the instructions tab, you'll see what the screen is telling you. So AB form or binary form uses two sections, one after the other, and they keep on repeating to make a song. So there's that. Now, we have some delicious looking cookies on our screen. And if we click our instructions, it tells us form in music is like a cream-filled cookie. So these cookies are actually called alfajores, which is a cookie from Argentina. And they look delicious, and I think they have a sweet cream in the middle. So with our cookies, or maybe Oreos is something that we might be familiar with, we have our sandwich part, the part that squishes the cream together, and it's usually more crunchy, not as sweet as the cream on the inside. So our A is that crunchy part of the cookie, and our B section would be the inside, and then normally they repeat the A section after that. So if I were to make a ABA song, it would be something like this. I like potatoes, I like tomatoes, I like potatoes, yum. Veggies, 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 yeah. Then back to A. I like potatoes, I like tomatoes, I like potatoes, yeah. And I had my A section of my song. I like potatoes, I like tomatoes. Then I had my B section, veggies, 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 yeah. And then I went back to my A to close out my song with I like potatoes, I like tomatoes. So you can make an A-B form song about anything, or you can use body percussion or your rhythms, and that's what we're gonna do today. So then after that, you can see how the cookie helps us to remember our A-B form even more. It says click me. So we have our sandwich part of our cookie, the inside, and then our sandwich part again. And now they've put songs to the different parts of our cookie so that we can see how our A section sounds, how our B section sounds, and then our A again. So let's listen. Okay, then our sweet cream B section. Okay, it's a little smoother. Sounds just a little bit slower. And our A again. So when you listen to these, I want you to think about how our A part sounds different than our B part. What instruments maybe did you hear more in our B part? How was the tempo, the speed different? Were the dynamics different? Really think about what was different. Did you hear different rhythms? Things like that. And in music, when you're just listening, you might be able to start to hear, oh, this first part of the song, the A part, was different than the next part, the B part. And you can start to hear form in the different songs that you listen to every single day. So then we have our form episode, which I don't think many of us have seen before, but it's our Quaver episode, and he talks about all the different types of forms that we can have, not just A, B form, binary form, but there's more. And then you don't have to watch the whole thing, it's up to you if you have the time. We have this fun little activity where we can create our own little patterns and forms, form a story. You have your instructions here. So you can stick with our binary form, and you can drag the letters into the boxes. You can even use C, and then when you play it, it'll play it for you. So then if you clear it, you can choose ABA form, and it opens up the boxes for you to have more options. Then the last one, ABA CA, and you have all these different options that you can fill in and create your own little story. And maybe you can even write a story to go along with your music and perform it for your parents or a sibling. And then our last part where we write our song. So we have an A section and we have a B section, and we have a little song to go along with it. Our instructions say, listen to the song. So listen to it first before you start writing rhythms for it. And then it says create a rhythm pattern for section A. So just like last week, we have our 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to be our 4 beats in our measure. And you are going to need a piece of paper again, or a whiteboard, whatever you have. And then you are going to write A, and you're going to do 4 lines. So I have A, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. You're going to do your B section with your 4 lines. Beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. And then you're going to fill in your rhythms with your notes. So we have our quarter note, eighth note, quarter rest, half rest. All of those, you can review them from last week. if you forgot them. And you are going to make a different rhythm for section A and a different rhythm for section B. So I have my A section, which is ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta, and my B section, sh-ta, sh-ta. So now I can perform that with my song. Ti-ti-ta, 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 and I can keep going. And then it's gonna change to B, sh-ta, 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 sh-ta. So I have created my own little song. And then once you've made your rhythms, it says you can add body percussion. So that's like our snapping, our clapping, our stomping. If you still have your recycled instruments, you can use those too to play your song with the music. Or you can add words to it as well. So you can do that. You can always send me a video. I love to see it. And then lastly, we have our short little quiz. So we have our first question. Form is the way we organize music. Is that true or is that false? Select your answer. Did you watch the form episode? I just want to know if you did. So you're going to click that answer. It can't be wrong. Then question 3, did you create your own song using AB form, the activity that I just showed you? Yes or no? AB form is called binary form. Hint 2. Is that true or false? And you can always go back and use the lesson and your resources to answer these questions. Then just make sure when you've answered all of them, you click submit. And then it even lets you know if you're missing an answer to any of your questions. So I would go back and answer those, then I would click submit, and I would be all done for this week for music class. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope you have fun this week and that you are staying safe and staying happy, and I will see you next week.